Hey everyone, Paul ISM, welcome to yet again, I know, another inbox review. So if you remember a while back, you may remember me talking, saying that my goal now is to always have a Model Hero kit on the go, if I can, a plastic kit and an Alpha Models kit. This is if funds allow, obviously, because the plastic kits aren't a problem. I've got hundreds of them. The Alpha Models and the Model Hero especially are substantially more expensive, and yeah, but the long-term plan now is to always have one of those on the go. That way, I cater for most people who are watching the car builds by covering really highly detailed Model Hero builds, semi-detailed Alpha Model builds with resin in quite exotic cars which we don't get in plastic, and then plastic kits which will range from out of the box to fully detailed with trans kits and what have you, and hopefully that'll add a bit more interest to the channel and get a bit more interest in viewers. That's my long-term goal. So we've got the Model Hero Lancia, which is back up and running. We've 2K'd all the bodywork. I've got the roll cage built at last, thank God. We've just finished the A12 Superfast from Alpha Models. I've just started an enthusiast model Fujimi Porsche RS Carrera 73 that's in paint. The first part of that video build is going up very soon, just needs to be voiceovered. So I need to start another Alpha Models kit, and I've been wanting to do this 488 Pista for quite some time. Looking through my ever dwindling stash of Alpha Models, because I've built like 4 of them now. This one jumped out at me. I did want to do an Aston Martin, but I've ordered some paints from Gravity and they're on the way. So I knew I wouldn't be able to do that one yet. So we picked this kit. I say we, me. I picked this kit. I picked the colour, and many thanks to Alan Parker. He dropped this off to me personally. He doesn't live far from me, Alan, this morning. And it's Ferrari Gallio, wherever you say, Modena Yellow. Beautiful colour. So thank you for that, Alan. Absolutely appreciated, mate. And we're going to get it done. So yeah, looking forward to doing this one. Really enjoy these Alpha Models. All these different types of kits are a different challenge. I'm going to waffle a little bit, so just bear with me a sec. The Model Hero builds are immensely involved kits. There's a lot of work to do them, just in clean-up, assembly, test fitting. They are very in-depth builds. So one of those is always going to be a long-term build. So I've got the Lancia Delta, I've got the 037 in the stash, a Pink Pig, which is a kind donation. Apparently there's another one on the way as well, which I'm looking forward to getting as well. Hundreds of model kits in plastic, and I've got about 6 Alpha Models kit, but they said they're going to send me more. So that's the way to do it, and that way we get an even mix of everything throughout the channel. Yes, so precursory of all my kits, everything gets reviewed now beforehand. That way you get the review out of the box, the build, and obviously I can say what I want to say about the kit. So that's the way it should be done, isn't it? Out of the box reviews are no good if you're not building it. That's what everyone keeps telling me. So if I keep doing that, then you get my out of the box opinions, or in the box opinions, and then the build review at the end as well. So there we are. So this is Alpha Models 24 scale Ferrari 488 Pista. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos will always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Okay, so the Alpha Models 124 Ferrari 488 Pista. Side profile box, nothing on the top. It's a bit worn, this box. And then a colour picture on the other side. Typical Alpha Models box. Inside, we get our instructions, which I use in the loosest sense of the word. We'll look at those in a little bit. Some protective bubble wrap. We get numerous bags of parts, which we'll go through in a minute. We've got our body shop. We've got our goodie pack with our windows, PE, etc. Seats, screws. And that is it. That is the box empty. So I'll pop that over there. And what we'll do, we'll go through the body first. So have a look at this. I go through and check off all the parts as a matter of course. Make sure everything is here. And in here we've got the body, got the engine cover, the interior compartment with some of the engine components built in. Not a massive fan of that, but we've got a lot of parts to go over the top, so it's not the end of the world per se. And then the plate to fit underneath, which can be a little bit of a problem sometimes getting these to fit. That one looks like it fits on there okay. That one doesn't look too bad. It's got a nice bit of detail underneath it as well. As you can see, not that you'll really pick this up and look underneath very often, but there is some detail there. So depending on what you want to do this, paint it, carbon it, whatever the hell you want to do, you can do that. We've got the body shell itself, which is absolutely beautiful. Really is nice. Absolutely beautiful side profile on this Ferrari. It's a real pretty car. It is very, very nice from every single angle. This is a good looking car. So absolutely beautiful. Alpha models, flawless resin. Absolutely beautiful. Very, very nice. Literally the only thing it needs is a couple of panel lines. You just need a bit of a clear out, which to be honest you probably get most of it out with a brush like that. Let's just clear that panel line out, no problem there at all. There's a little bit of dust in there, but one bit I did notice last night was that needs a little run through of a razor saw just to make it more defined, and that side even more so. If you look, the panel line doesn't quite go to the edge, so just line your razor saw up in that gap, just pull it back nice and slow, and that'll fix that. And for the rest of it, it looks pretty much perfect to me. I'm not going to deepen any of these other ones. They're perfectly deep for me to get my panel line washing. Like I say, it's a little bit of resin dust in there. Get a go over with a toothbrush. Get an old soft toothbrush. Run it over the top. And it clears out any residue in there at all. So beautiful body shell. Beautifully cast resin. And it is cast resin, because there's the pawl plugs. You can see them there. And just absolutely stunning. Really nice. Got a few wisps of resin underneath the wheel arches, but overall that body shell just needs a quick clean up of dust, a wipe over with some alcohol based degreaser, give it a flat back with a 3000 grit Tamiya sponge, and that's ready for primer. Always make sure you degrease them though, because they do have a carrier film on them. Not a carrier film, but a degreasing agent. Barrier film, sorry. What is the word I'm looking for? Release agents, that's the word. We've got the cockpit as well. Not much to look at in the front. A little bit of moulded in or built-in engine detail on the back, which, like I say, I would have preferred to see these as separate parts to make painting a bit more accessible. But hey, there are parts to go on top of these, and you're literally going to see that through there anyway. So a lot of it's going to be hidden, unfortunately. But at least the engine's in there. At least we had an engine in this one. And then this nice engine cover as well. Side profile, I suppose it is. Surround, really nice. Again, flawlessly cast resin, as is all that detail in the back of there. Absolutely beautiful. I still astound about every time I look at one of these kits at the quality of the resin. It really, really is top drawer resin. Absolutely beautiful. So that is that. That is those parts. We've got the wheels, which we'll get to next. So these are lovely. Tyres are almost perfect. Just no name on the side. I'd love to see a manufacturer's name on the tyres. Really well. But one thing I say about these wheels, they are ultra thin spokes. Very, very, very thin. You have to take great care mounting these, not to put too much pressure on the outside of that wheel pushing it home, or you'll snap the spokes. So be very careful. Are they staggered? No, they're all. Yeah, they are. They are staggered wheels, so we've got widers for the back, thinner for the front, but lovely tread on those tyres. Really good, no seam down there at all. Pretty much faultless, to be honest. So, I'm not sure on wheel colour yet. I know body colour is going to be this Galio Modena, or Modena, whatever you want to call it, yellow. That Alan very kindly dropped around for me this morning. Cheers, buddy. I owe you a bottle of that. Wheels, we have to go black. Most of them seem to be black. But I don't know if I prefer doing a metallic colour on this one. We'll play it by ear. But wheels look absolutely stunning. And in this yellow, this car looks amazing as well. Really does look good. So there's that. We've got a rear diffuser, which is absolutely beautiful all in itself. We might as well have a little check to make sure it's all going to fit in place as well, which it does. Look at that. How's that for a main back end? Whoa. That is nice. Fits in perfect. So that's going to need carboning. So that's going to be great fun to do. Lots of angles and recesses. Beautiful exhaust ports there as well. Nice bit of resin. Really is pretty. So that's going to be very, very cool. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a tricky one to carbon, but we've done worse. I'm sure we can do that one justice as well. We've got the seats. So seats are very, very nice. Are they handed? I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Yes, they are. So there we go. There's our seats. How are they? There. Oh God, thought a bit. Obviously, getting these glued together, you have to get the pour plug off the back. They're going to fit together, something like that. They are lovely. Whether they're carbon backed, I don't know. I'm guessing they probably are. But they're really, really nice seats. Not sure on interior colour yet. I've not even looked that far. But beautiful seats, like I say. 2 of those, as per usual. So lovely, lovely resin seats. Some nice detail there. There are a whole bunch of parts in it. I'm not going to go through every single part, but we'll go through them quickly as we can. We've got the dashboard. Nice dashboard. Very pretty. I'm sure that'll have some carbon on it. We've got door cards. There's a bit of detail there. We have part of the engine. So there you go. Looks like the induction inlet manifolds. Really nice detail. So the other going to be very prominent parts. We've got more lower dashboard parts, which clicks in like a perfect fit. Absolutely lovely. Can't fault that, can you? More engine parts. Just beautiful cast resin, it really is. Another door card. And then I'm assuming that is good door card trim, is it? That must fit in there like so. It does. So there we go. So they can be done in 2 colours, and that makes painting them a lot easier. So I do like that about these. Some sort of cross member and the centre console as well for the interiors. Like I say, not showing interior colour yet. Not really looked that far, but it's something we'll definitely look at a little bit closer when the time comes to it. But lovely interior parts there. And I like the way some of the parts are moulded or cast separately, because it makes painting them a lot more simpler and easier rather than to mask everything off. You can just paint the part. In here we got our standard wheel hubs. Not the best fitting, but they work. We've got more engine parts. Nice bit of detail on that. Really nice. We've got some more. Again, beautiful, beautiful detail. Very cool. We've got brake discs, which we've got PE ones in this, so these probably won't be used. But there's resin brake discs should you wish to. Wing mirrors are there. Nicely mounted as well. That's how you mount wing mirrors, because they can be held and sprayed and then cut off at the end. That's how you do it. Kit manufacturers that make plastic parts, don't do the mold, the attachment point there. Put it there. Makes life so much easier. So that's good. We've got some brake calipers. These are pretty much similar to the 812s we just did. Very, very similar brake caliper. So they've got to be yellow, haven't they, on this. And there's the rear ones. Hang on, we've got a front and a rear on each one. Yeah, we've got a front and a rear on each one. There we go. There's the handbrake caliper with the instrument, binnacle, and a seat belt. And there's the other seat belt there as well, which just fell off. So no problem. Another one of those engine components we had before. More components as well. And then we've got steering wheel, really pretty steering wheels on the Ferraris. Bit of carbon detail on that. Steering column, more engine parts, interior mirror. Beautiful steering wheel. Absolutely lovely. Very, very nice. Then we've got some more interior accent bits there as well. So they could always be carbon too. And then, you know what? Is that a front grille? Is that? No, is that? Where does that go? I'm not sure where that goes. We'll figure that out in a minute. Nice detailed part though, so it must go somewhere good. Bit of an odd one that. We'll figure that out in a minute. But yeah, beautiful resin. Absolutely lovely. But I would highly recommend when you get these kits, go through. There's not a huge amount of parts to check off. Just go through and make sure everything's there. And that way when you come to build it, there's no disappointment halfway through of like, uh-oh, I'm missing that major components. Now another nice touch we get in here, we got some turned metal exhausts, which is a real nice touch. So there you go, some turned metal exhausts. Get some black paint in there. Get them glued in place, they're going to look really good. So really nice touch to get, lovely, 2 of those. We've got more of these vac form parts that I had no luck with at all on the other Ferrari. I assumed they're for the headlights, but I just couldn't get the buggers to fit. They were too big. So whether they are on this, yeah, they look way too big on this as well. No idea, and they don't come on that sheet this time either, so we're going to have to use those, so that'll be fun. Got the screws for attaching all the chassis to the body and what have you. So they're there, hopefully they'll fit. We've got the windows. Can be quite tricky. Somebody mentioned today on a video, why don't I try using my double-sided tape? And I had already thought that myself, so maybe we'll try it on, especially on the front windscreens. We've got the thicker points for hiding the tape. I just don't know if it's going to make the windscreen stick up too proud. I'll have to test it. So what I'll probably do is cut a bit of this off and stick it on and see how proud it sits. But as a way of doing it might cause a little bit less of an issue. But just take your time with this stuff. If you've never done it before, go back and watch one of my other alpha model videos or the hobby design kits and see how these go on. They're simple to do, just a little bit tricky is the way I put it, to be honest. But overall, you just got to take your time, be careful. But yeah, they are probably the weakest point of the kit, those things. We've got clear parts in here, as well as a few other accent bits for, looks like interior bits. I'm not going to bother getting them out. But we've got the clear rear light lenses. Looks like a few other bits for the interior in there. And then the goodie bag full of everything. So we'll go for the PE first, and then we'll get to the decals in a minute. Out we come. So, first off, we got all the metallic badges. There as well. So they're metallic stickers, basically, for all the Ferrari logos and what have you. They're a real nice touch to have. We'll use some of those 3D logos we used on the 812 as well for the other logos. We've also got photo etch for the seat belts. More Ferrari logos, go from the back to front there, but you can't see it that way. Seat belts in there, Ferrari logos, and whatnot. We then got our brake disc detail parts of there, all the vents for the centre of the disc. You have to build a disc up. We did that on the Audi, I believe it was. So there's the other parts there. So all those parts there, all those make up the brake discs. So follow the instructions. They're really straightforward to do, to be honest. They're not too bad. Got some trim for a window by the look of it. More brake disc parts. There's paddle shifters for the steering wheel column. PE window wipers, which are a pain in the arse, but hey. Floor mats again. They were in the 812. They were a nice touch. So that's nice to see. And a load of grills, foot pedals, footrests, and what have you for the interior. So some nice PE there. A lot of PE in this one. A whole load more grills. There's lots on this thing, isn't there? Look at that. They're a bit of a pain, these things, but they do add a lot of detail. The instrument cluster back in, the wing mirror back in as well, and more parts for the wipers there too, and then the decal sheet. So a couple of options on this one, but I think I did originally think black on yellow, and then I thought, you know what, let's use the red, white and green ones instead. These look great. You get some nice side ones as well. So I think we'll be using those over the yellow. It's going to look very, very nice. Looks good. But we've got plenty of options in there. We've got some numbers. We've got a 7, which is my lucky number. 77 is technically my lucky number, but 7 is as well. So I think the 7 might have to be stuck on there somewhere. Some Ferrari logos, all the instrument clusters, all the buttons for the steering wheel and the center console are there too. As you can see, wheel logos, which hopefully we'll have in that Packard last time. But yeah, really nice decals from Hobby Design. You just know they're going to be great decals. They always are. And then the instructions, like I say, I use in the loosest sense of the term. So if you're new to these kits, these are a guide. That's what they are. They're not instructions. They're a guide. So there's all your parts layout. That's what you get for your money. Let me zoom out a touch. And as you see, all mine have got ticks on for everything. I've gone through and made sure they're all in there. So, and all the parts are here. We've confirmed that. And then single-sided paper, we've got our interior, engine bay, dashboard, all the rear lights. Pay no attention to how this is assembled. You have to test fit everything, because those door cards and that dashboard can't go on there. The dashboard will go in the front of the car first through the front screen, glued in place. Door cards will go in, then the interior will go in. I've already been caught out by that. So yeah, these are very vague instructions in the loosest sense of the word. Test fitting is key on these. Once you've built one or two, you'll get your head around it. But for now, I'd use these as a very rough guide. But instructions aren't too bad. There's no real colour call-outs. So you have to do all your own research here and have a look around. There's a different decal layouts, obviously on a red car, but we're not doing red. So take your choice and take your decals and away you go. We've got the brakes. As you can see how the brakes build up, there's all the parts to build the discs up. So just on the front and rear they are numbered, so make sure you pay attention. Pay attention to the order they're done in as well. And there's the calipers as well, which don't always fit. So I double check that if I were you. And from past experience, you won't use the resin ones if you're using the PE. So the PE ones look great, so I'd highly recommend using those. And then attaching all the exterior parts on the glass, trim, wing mirrors, these lights which supposedly fit in there. We'll find out this time, won't we? PE grills, there's that piece. I knew it went on the front. I knew it would go on the front. Window wipers, which are the spawn of the devil. Various other components and parts. And there we go. That is it. That was the Alpha Models 124 Ferrari 488 Pista. Here we are then. So, absolutely beautiful. Another absolutely stunning Alpha Models kit. A few little bits on the bodywork that just need a little bit of attention. Just a couple of panel lines just need extending. Other than that, the bodywork, I am still blown away. And I say it every single time, several times. Blown away by the sheer quality of that resin from the Alpha Models. It's beautiful. It always is absolutely beautiful. And with minimal cleanup, you've got them in primer in minutes. You could literally wipe down the body and prime it instantly if you weren't fussy. But it's still a challenging kit. This one's got an engine in it, which is great. Bit tricky to paint the block in the body, the interior, but it's doable. And all the important bits are separate because it's a view down from the top. So you can have a nice engine to build, a few more bits in there than the 812. And the interior is going to look lovely as well. I'm not decided on interior colour yet, but we'll pick it out nearer the time. And it's nice to see all those parts separate on the interior so we can paint them a different colour, carbon them, whatever we choose to do. And yeah, nice to do. But looks a great kit. Loads of PE in that one as well. And I really do like those PE vented discs. They probably look really intimidating to people looking at them, but they're actually not that bad to do. They go together pretty well. They look fantastic. It's just a real shame you don't really ever see the side profile, because if I look at my Audi, you can see it a little bit through the big wheels, but It's a lot of the details lost once the wheels are on, but building them is part of the fun, and you can see it when you look, and they do look good. I do love these alpha model kits, so yeah, looking forward to starting another one. So next video you're going to see up is part 1 of the Porsche 911 73 RS, and then it'll be probably part 1 of this ish, maybe. I've got a bench update to do as well, and a whole load of reviews to do, as well as going live every day and Friday nights. It keeps me very busy this now. So if you like to support these videos and keep them going, there's a Patreon me link down below. Without your support I couldn't do these. If you become a tier 2 or higher patron, you get 2-week early access on all the videos, so it gives you a little bit of an incentive to become one. And like I say, it keeps these videos going because I couldn't do this without your support at all. There's a PayPal me and a Buy Me Coffee link there as well if you wish to support in other ways, and there's links below to all the social media associated with myself and ISM, UMP, the Off Air groups, Alive the Bench groups, group build page, my other group, Siren and Machine, which you should come and join as well, because it's everything scale automotive and real life full size automotive on there. I've combined them both into one group. There's an email address to get in touch with me if you've got any questions, and there's a link to my scale mates in there as well. If you want to look at my stash, you want to have a little nosy, you can come and have a look at that. And of course, make sure you sub to the channel, click that bell notification, give the video a thumbs up, and please leave a comment. Love reading all your comments, they always spare me through the builds, and I hope you enjoyed that review. So, question for today. It's getting tough thinking of questions now, so I'm going to ask you lot to ask me a question. Ask me a question. If you've got any questions, fire away, and it could be anything. Ask me any question you want. Don't be worried. Ask me a question. So there we go. Enjoy your day, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.